Hey y'all, it's Tanya. Well, guess what I finished? I didn't have much left to do in the actual book, so I went ahead and finished all that. And then I just put a little topper, made a topper for the front cover, and I added some beads and some charms, and and I'll show you the rest of it when we get inside of it. But there's that. I just put a hat pin right here that says boy on there. And of course, the front says, "If I am thinking correctly," said Pooh, "a new baby is probably, undoubtedly, the grandest gift that could ever be." Now, ain't that the truth? Okay, so that's the front. Alright, and then I just used some same binding ribbon for the curly ribbon that I get from the scrap cabin shop. Um, that's what I used for this. I thought this blue went real well with the cover. It's got blues here. So that's why I went with that one. Okay, and then the very inside cover, we've got a few tags in here. Got one big one, and this one says this book belongs to. Like I said, I left it blank. I didn't know if she wanted to put the baby's name or if she wanted to put her name on there. And then that's the 100 Acre Wood. And no, I did not spell it incorrectly. That's how they spell it in the book. So I wanted to stay authentic to that. So, and then here's just a couple other little tags. So she can put a big picture here, or just journal about something or whatever. So, and then like I said, I've already talked about this. It's just I wanted to do like a white picket fence looking thing. So this is just chipboard, and I painted it white and added a little bit of antiquing medium on there just to kind of, rough it up a little bit. Then on the front page, it says, "Once in a while, someone amazing comes along, and here I am." And then this says "Baby Boy." So that's the first page. Alright, and then we've got a pocket here, a couple of tags, and a tag and a postcard. And then this one, I just added this welcome little one and put a mushroom on there. And then this is a little bit of ribbon. It's a gross grain. And I went ahead and put this label up here, and I just hand wrote that with my calligraphy pen, because that's going to be the baby's name. It's Matthew. So, alright, and then we have our music tracing paper. And then this one says "First Smile," and it's a belly band. I just added a little lace here. And then it's got 2 cards in there. And I'm going to read all these in case y'all can't see what they say. But the things that make me different are the things that make me, me, by Piglet. So, thought that was cute. And then this is just a map, I think, of the 100 Acre Wood. So, and these are really good sizes too for pictures and stuff. If she wants to glue a picture on there, she can do that, or she can just stick a picture in there, in a pocket or whatever. Okay, this one says "First Bath," and then this is the little window envelope. It just has a tag in there. That. Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh and his bees. But here, what I figured you could do with this is just put a little picture of the baby here, and then when she slides it in, you can see it through the window. So, I thought that was a cute idea. Okay, and then I just put a label here. It says "Bear." And there's Pooh with his honeybees and honey. And then this says, "You can't stay in your corner of the forest waiting for others to come to you. You have to go to them sometimes." So that's just a little side pocket, and then it has a couple of journaling cards in there. This is from a page from one of the books. And then this just says, sometimes the smallest things take up the most room in your heart. Winnie the Pooh. So, we got that. I was originally just going to make another card or something to put in here and make it a little bigger, but I decided this thing had so much ephemera in there that came with it. Well, I had so much ephemera because I had like 2 or 3 kits. Okay, and then this one says, it isn't much good having anything exciting if you can't share it with somebody. And there's Tigger. Okay, and then this is our little envelope pocket. And it's got 2 journaling cards in there. And then again, like I said, good sizes for photos to put on the backs of those if she wants to. And then that just says favorite toy. And then there's a couple of little tags here. One of Eeyore, Winnie the Pooh. And then that just says Honeybee. So, and then we have 2 tags here. We've got one in the front. It says First Laugh. And then there's one behind there because I left that open when I glued it. And that says Amazing. Okay. And then this is just a little bit of denim that I ripped and used as a tag or ribbon for the tag. Alright. There's our vellum. She's still got plenty of places here to journal on. And then this says, we will be friends until forever, just you wait and see. And then there's Pooh and Kanga. Put a little piece of lace on the top of that for a little tab. Then this is a top tuck. Just a little journaling card in there. I didn't do anything to this except add a little mushroom there to make it look like a stamp. And then I added a couple of things here. Winnie the Pooh. And then here's our blue jean pocket. And this just says first time rolling over. And then there's a couple journaling cards in here. This one says, any day spent with you is my favorite day. So today is my new favorite day. Okay. And then this, I just stapled a little bee that was stamped on some, I stamped it on some fabric. I think it's just some kind of a sheet or something that I had ripped up and used. Had that for a while in my stash. Okay, and here's another part of that little picket fence. Because it was real long, I think it was 12 inches. And of course I didn't need that much for the front of that, so I had a couple of pieces left over. So I put one of the pieces here. And here's another little tuck. It just says, let's begin by taking a smallish nap or 2. I could take me a nap right now. Okay, and this is a page out of a Winnie the Pooh book. And then this says first solid food. A couple of journaling cards here. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Okay. And that just says bundle of joy. I just put a mushroom there. Coffee dyed paper. And then this says, one thing you should know, no matter where you go, we'll always be together. And that's a picture of Pooh and Piglet. Then she's got plenty of writing. And I know on some of these, too, they left a lot of open space. And you could actually, write on that, too. But now I did put some labels on some of these. First time waving. I love it when they do that bye-bye, or they'll do this. This says adventure awaits, and I just add a little label to that page. That's all I did to that. There's plenty of writing space here. People say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day. Then there's a tag with Tigger on it. And this one says, anyone can show up when you are happy, but the ones who stay by your side when your heart falls apart, they are your true friends. That's sweet. Okay. And then this is the center spread here. It's just the 100-acre wood. So. And then this is a little honeycomb tuck. And that just says bees, and that says sweet. And that says honey. When life throws you a rainy day, play in the puddles. That's what that one said. It's this little, I love the little strips that came. I just cut them up how I wanted them. Okay, and then here's another little pocket. It says Sweet Baby on there. And then I put the love label there. So there's that. And she could actually write up here too. First time sitting up. And there's several cards in here. There's one with Pooh. And then I put Oh Baby on here and put a butterfly on there. And then this one says, it never hurts to keep looking for sunshine. And that's by Eeyore. I love Eeyore. I think he's my favorite. He always acts so grumpy. Okay. And then I just did like a little flower and a piece of lace there. Put a little rick-rack down here. So she can still write all through there. See what I mean? This open space, she can write here too. That's just a picture of Piglet and Pooh again. Then here's our little pocket that we made the other day. Our little trifold pocket. And I did put Velcro under there. Why, I don't know. You don't have to, because it kind of stays pretty well shut anyway. And then I put a little tab here. So this opens up and you've got like a little room for a tag here. Then there's a couple of tags here. Okay. And then this folds out. And you've got a couple of tags here in this pocket. And there again, that's the baby's name, Matthew. And then that is just a Pooh bear cut out. I cut it out and put Pooh, the label Pooh on there. And then that says first time standing. Then here's a tag that says honey. And then it's got, like I said, 4 pockets here. And then this will flip over this way. And I added this blue jean looking material, paper, so that she can, you know, the background was a little bit dark. It's blue jean material too, but it was dark. So I added this so she can use that for, you know, her journaling. So then back behind here, I left this open. So you could put another little journaling card in there, and it says weeds or flowers too, once you get to know them. Okay. Another little pocket. I just put a little cheesecloth here, and a little label on top of that. And then you've got some more journaling cards here. I just added a little butterfly to that. I didn't add anything to this. It's an illustration out of one of the books. And then this says bees on that little tag. I added the little honey jar. So there's that. Excuse me just a second, y'all. My mouth's getting dry. Oh, excuse me. I have diabetes, so, you know, I stay thirsty. Okay, and this is just an envelope that came with the kit. I put a little lace around the pocket. I mean, around the flap, the envelope. And then on here it says, promise you won't forget me ever, Christopher Robin. And then, if you live to be 100, I hope I live to be 100 minus 1 day, so that I never have to live a day without you, Winnie the Pooh. And then I put the label first time clapping on here. And then again, you put a picture on the back of that. If she wants to. Like I said, she can journal on it if she wants to. Not worry about the pictures. She could just stick some pictures in this envelope, actually. And then this is a good writing journaling page, too. It's got lines on it. Okay. Then there's Winnie the Pooh. I actually could have stuck something underneath that side of the paper clip, but I did not. Then this is a double pocket here. And I just put "You Are My Sunshine" on there. There's a couple of tags, Winnie the Pooh and Tigger. And then this one says, "Some people talk to animals, not many listen though. That's the problem." So, that's cute. And then this one just says, "A hug is always the right size," Winnie the Pooh. I love how they spell honey. They put Hunny. That's cute. Really cute. So, okay. Got that. And then on this page, I just put a label here. It says, "If it's not here, that means it's out there." And then this is our little trifold pocket. First steps. That's what I put on the label. You know, used a label that said first steps on that. I guess because they were walking and I thought that'd be neat. Then this is just a little, one of the ephemera pieces that came. It's just in a circle. I added a bee here, put the word honey here, and then I left it open a little bit there so you could stick a little journaling card in there. And then this is just some yellow lace and then some white. I put a little piece of white on top of that and put a little white lace down here. And then these have two tags in there. This one says "First Tooth." And then the big one up here, it's just got owl on there. And then I just put a little label and a butterfly there. And then this one actually came with lines on it. It's got trees. Well, I backed it with the lines paper. It was one of the other digital pages, but I like the trees on it. Okay, and then there's my last little piece of picket fence. I just stuck it to this page. I like sticking it in front of, you know, somewhere that had flowers on it because it looks like a little flower garden. I put a little piece of ribbon there. It's got ribbon and lace. And then here's another triple pocket. That says "Happy Baby Boy." I just put a mushroom, a butterfly, and a little label there. And then this one says, "How do you spell love?" And that's Piglet speaking. "You don't spell it, you feel it," said Pooh. And then "A day without a friend is like a pot without a single drop of honey left inside." And then on the back of that, I put "First finger food." I thought that was neat because he was talking about eating honey, so. "Some people care too much. I think it's called love." That's in the second pocket. And then in the third pocket, I just put a label that says "Mommy and Daddy." And I stamped this. It says "and." So it just says "Mommy and Daddy." And then on the back of this one, I put the label "First time saying Dada, first time saying Mama." So, got that. And then these labels says "I was walking along looking for somebody, and then suddenly I wasn't anymore." I love that. That's so cute. That's funny. And then I put the first word label here. And then she can put, like I said, a picture here. She can journal there or whatever. Okay, and then this is our last page. And it's got "First Birthday." It's got Pooh with a cake. And then on the back is another cake with this one candle. And then there's a big journaling card or a picture, place to put a picture or whatever on there. So that just goes in there. And then on the back, I did go ahead and decide to put this envelope down. I was looking through the video or watching back through it, and I had seen where I had laid it on here, and it did look okay. So, I don't know, I guess I was being a little too critical about it. But I put a little Velcro dot there, and then I did make her a writing board that she can use to write on the, the lumpy spots, so they won't mess her writing up. And then, y'all, I put another envelope in here because look at all this ephemera that was left over. I mean, just tons and tons of stuff. Just tons. So, I didn't even know if I was going to be able to get it all fit in there. Matter of fact, I put a little bit of, I think I put a strip of bling in there too. It's just the yellow hearts because I didn't end up using those. So, I thought she might, when she puts her pictures down, she may want to, embellish around them with something. And there's a lot of little Pooh cutouts and Tigger cutouts and all that good stuff on there. So, I just put it all in this brown envelope. Okay, I didn't think I was going to get it in here because it's so full. So, and there's the writing board. Gosh, y'all. I'm telling you, it's full of stuff. I have to kind of rearrange it to get it to go in there. It's a mess. But she can just take this out if she don't, she don't want it in there either, and that will give her more room. So I like to not have to fit it in there. But anyway, and then in this middle section with the wax thread, I just put some beads and some charms. This is a little B, and then this one's M for Matthew, the baby's name, and then just some beads. And then on this one, I put an S for his, an S for his last name, and then a butterfly. Because there was butterflies and beads all through this thing, so. And then some more little beads. So that's what her little charms and stuff are, what they look like. So anyway, I'm kind of thrilled with it. I think it turned out good. And, once I got past the point of trying to be upset, thinking, is she going to like this or is she not going to like it? Because I got to thinking, you know what, if she don't like it, what do? I make journals, so I'll just make her another one. So, anyway, but I think she'll like it. I really do. That's her, her baby room theme is Winnie the Pooh, so that's what she wanted, a journal made out of Winnie the Pooh stuff. So that's what I did for her. So I hope y'all enjoyed this this journal and enjoyed watching the process. And if you have something you want me to make or do, or if you've got a certain theme you want to see a journal made, out of or whatever, just let me know, and I'll see what I can do about it. But okay, guys, I hope that y'all will have a good day, and God bless you, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.